Okay guys, okay, so I think we are on chapter 7. And again, I have switched places. I will soon find my permanent spot. And you know what? A lot is changing in my life. A lot of different places happening. I mean, a lot of things happening at my place. And the places around me is what I meant. So here I am. It's kind of like my sewing room and like the cat room. So here we go. Oh, you know what? We haven't actually even, I'm so sorry. This is gonna be the second part to chapter, it's the disease of the human being. And that is chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 8. Chapter 8. Yeah. Okay, we're doing chapter 8, I think. There we go. So we left off where? Because my camera shut off. It won't let me film as much because I have limited space. So where was it? I'm gonna just read the last half basically. So this page and then this too. So here we go. And you know what, actually I have to start here at this last paragraph because why wouldn't I? This disease is practically new. It was used in the last reset, clarified the agent who was listening to our conversation. We are still studying it closely, but what we know is that it makes their bodies age rapidly and that only a small part of their lives are used and profitable for them to then give away to the next generation quickly. They prefer it this way because the past longevity brought other conflicts. People had more time to analyze the situation in which they found themselves. They modify the human and mold it to their usefulness, avoiding any conflict. The idea is always to fulfill the cycle called natural of the next reset. Does this mean that they shorten our lifespan? That's exactly what I'm saying. We in the Astral Republic live 3 times longer than you because there is no such modification in our bodies. But they tried recently. They want first to shorten our lives to achieve their control. Butler interrupted with a blueprint he had in his hand and started to ask again about war strategy issues. I could not fully understand the situation in it. It was all so confusing and it generated such anger in me that it was hard to handle. I think we all thought the same at that moment. The guys were asking each other and analyzing this, trying to understand it. The custodians were shortening our lives and making them miserable. I understood then that there was no freedom of any form in this known lands. How could we free our people from this perverse power? How could we declare war on an enemy of which we were unaware? And what was the human like without this foul control? The answer was right in front of my eyes. Absolute prosperity was below us, and every boy and girl who ran through the fields freely, where their life seemed to be happy and carefree until their old age, perhaps at 240 or 250 years old. How wise could an elder of the Republic be then? How free was the child born there? How much evil existed within each one without the cursed custodian control? We arrived at the capital called the Ark, El Arca. In the stipulated time, there were no delays there, except for our delay of 1 or 2 minutes. The doors opened and we stopped on a platform where everything was covered by a kind of crystal. If the scenery was already inexplicable, By then, the reader will understand that I could not add any words for such a description. These are the moments that I regret not having been born or trained as a literary great. Excuse me, guys. But I assure you that that day we lived the best sunset that someone can have in his life. There were structures never seen before that touched the skies, besides hundreds of flying wheels. They were like two wheels that joined together, forming with another material, a sphere that could carry one or two passengers on it. Something magnificent to see. Another incredible detail was that in spite of seeing the biggest, most illuminated and fullest city of all, there was no noise. Everything happened in absolute silence. And then it's the next chapter, guys. And you know what? They said, how much evil exists within each one without the cursed custodian control. You know what? Isn't that why there's shadow work? Entertainment purposes only. Thank you, guys. Let me get that other chapter out. And, yeah. Thanks.